We are talking about the challenges of building a vineyard in Bhutan.
So the historic challenges in most vine regions are pests and diseases. Here in Bhutan, we have elephants, monkeys, snow leopards. We have a wasp here that's more powerful than any other wasp, and it can bite through the skin of wine grapes, which doesn't happen anywhere else. And so we got to keep the wasps off the things. We have bird issues, and you can't kill anything because it's a Buddhist country, so you can't spray for anything. So our viticultural challenges here are very interesting from a scientific perspective. Yeah.
Amazing. And the incredible thing is, I don't want to get too much into your cost structure, but this place has such a mystique. It's so exclusive. So few people travel here.
Right.
It is a mystical, like, dream destination.
Shangri-La, man, in the Himalayas.
So, sorry to get kind of businessy about this, but your price point is kind of inelastic. It's almost like one of these products. What's the name for it? Products that are the more expensive.
Yeah, it's
the more exclusive and more
a Giffen good.
Giffen good.
It's a Giffen good.
It's a Giffen good.
It's a Giffen good.
And yet you can say no, but we're not just catering to the elites that are detached from reality. You're actually solving existential problems. If you can figure out the human wildlife interface.
Totally.
There was just a hackathon sort of thing, the Fab 23 conference. The global,
yeah. It was going on last week.
One of the challenges, kudos to you guys, there was a team that figured out a better way, non-lethal way to scare away wildlife from crops. Are you curious?
I am curious.
Would you adopt their solution?
I might, yeah.
I'll hook you up with them.
That would be fantastic.
And you can test it out. They already have a prototype. It involves something that looks like a bird that emits everything from lasers to scent to noise, depending on what. If there's an automatic detection thing that detects what kind of wildlife. And then depending on, actually, I'm going to stop there because I don't know much more, and I might have already gotten something wrong. But the rough idea is that these are non-lethal ways of scaring away wildlife from crops. The alternative is that farmers turn desperate and kill, and that's a tragedy.
We don't want that. We don't want that.
We don't want that.
I actually have a bird laser with me back at the hotel.
So bird lasers are a thing.
Bird lasers are a thing. I literally have one with me.
This is not a weird conspiracy theory of some kind involving lasers.
Yeah.
This is fascinating. So you're solving existential problems.
Trying to.
And you might share that with other farmers, do you think?
We would hope so, yeah.
Right.
And ideally, 50 years from now, everyone's growing grapes there. Once we figure out how to do it, transform everybody's family crops. So you have a patty here and a patty here, hillside between them that's not used today.
Yeah.
Plant Cabernet on it.
So these farmers that are making, what does the average farmer make? It's a 60% agrarian economy. Most people are drying chili peppers on their roofs in October. I've seen that.
So one of the biggest cash crops here is cardamom. Cardamom nets about $1,000 an acre.
Is that good or bad on a global stage? Are these some of the poorest farmers, middle-income farmers of the world?
I guess it's all about buying power, right? So $1,000 goes a lot further here than it does in, say, Argentina. So,
okay, all right.
But I mean, there's people are not wealthy.
So
it's a grind.
So if you share, are you one of these people that when you figure out your game really well, are you the kind that might share some of this? Like you just
100%,
said.
100%. Yeah, whatever we learn, and we're working very closely with the Ministry of Agriculture and Forestry here to help learn these things so that we can share them. I mean, this is not a Mike Jurgens issue. This is a Bhutan issue, and we want to, a rising tide lifts all boats.
That's beautiful. And just like in other industries, the first Teslas were totally inaccessible to the mainstream.
Right.
But as Elon, love him or hate him, he got something right. He told when they started to roll out the Model 3 for the closer to the everyday middle American market, thank you people who bought the expensive early editions. You paid for all the prototyping and the testing, and so that we could actually share and go and, first of all, give away our patents so anybody can copy our tech.
Yep.
And now we're changing the whole industry. We're going mainstream. And it sounds like a similar model. I wonder if there's an economics term for that too, that you sell high at a premium first.
And then to fund R&D for...
Which is risky. You're going to have failures, right? You're going
We know for sure. Like every vineyard we have is not going to take off, every varietal. We have 10 vineyards now at 500 feet up to 10,000 feet in altitude. And I know some of them are not going to work. I have 17 different grapes that we're trying. I know not all of them are going to work, and that's fine.
Typical failure rate, even if you know the climate, you know the species. I'm going to sing 90% failure.
No, because Bhutan's awesome at growing stuff. Like some of our vineyards, we have 100% success rate right now.
100%?
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
100% of vines grown survive?
100% of vines planted survive.
It takes how many years before a vine produces?
3 to 5 years, depending on the altitude.
And you've been doing this how long?
We planted the first vineyards in 2019.
Oh, so this is actually perfect timing that we're interviewing you.
Yeah. I harvested my first bunch of Bhutanese grapes on Tuesday. I cut my first, after 7 or 8 years of work and millions of dollars of spending, I cut my Dude, I got emotional. I'm getting emotional now just thinking about it. It was.
Go ahead,
it was,
cry.
It was insane. Like I literally cut that first grape, and it was just overwhelming.
Do you have it recorded with somebody?
Yeah, I got it recorded. Yeah, it's actually it's posted on our Instagram on the at Bhutan Wine. You can see me cutting the first grape. You don't see me losing my shit, but you you can see me cutting the first grape. My first grape. Other people were cutting grapes at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really
7 or 8 years, millions of dollars,
Yep.
and you just cut your first grapes.
correct on Tuesday.
When will your first wine be available to purchase?
Probably spring of 2025.
Okay, so they're aging. They're going into the barrels now.
Well, yeah, they're going to. We're not going to have enough wine this year to make a lot of wine. So we'll just experiment this year. We'll do our first commercial harvest next year, and then those wines will be ready in 2025.
I want to come back and cover this story.
Dude, well, we're actually. This is the first time an inaugural harvest has been done in a country that hasn't had wine since New Zealand did it in 1850. This has not happened in 200 years. It's happening for us next year. Yeah, we're making a documentary about it. We're doing.
Oh, you are doing a documentary?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But yeah, if you want to come over,
I'm getting goosebumps.
Dude,
I'm getting goosebumps.
It's amazing.
First time that a non-wine growing country is having a commercial harvest since 1850.
Yeah.
The wine that you harvested now, will there be experimental bottles by this fall? Or
There will be, yeah.
This fall. I might have to come back.
Dude, you're welcome anytime.
Will you bring any back to Pennsylvania, or I'll be here?
Oh, I'm going to bring some back to Pennsylvania.
Okay. We have got to stay in touch. Thank you so much. You got to hit the road.
Yeah,
Thank you profoundly for your time, and I hope that when I retell your story, I do it justice because it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful.
Awesome. And we'll see you on Thursday at the Vineyard.
We'll see you on Thursday in the Vineyard. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.